All right, guys, it's official. The mask has been completely ripped off. Benjamin Netanyahu and the Israeli government are going for a permanent reoccupation of the Gaza Strip and basically an annexation. So this is a mask off moment. I mean, this is just beyond the pale insane. So Netanyahu to propose full reoccupation of Gaza, Israeli media reports. So this is absolutely stunning. And first of all, if you've been following the channel for a while, guys, you've known this has been a possibility. I've been saying from the beginning that, you know what? The goal of all of this is going to be to basically kick all the Palestinians out and take over all the land in order to restore greater Israel and just basically try and get regional hegemony in the like that's what the goal is. Like I don't know how that's even disputed at this point. And based on this announcement, it kind of basically confirms that that was the goal all along. It is a complete disgrace. So here's a BBC article. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is proposing a full reoccupation of the Gaza Strip when he meets with his security cabinet. Of course, again, the cabinet is full of right-wing headbangers, Ben Gvir, Smotrich, who have been advocating this for months and even years. They want Israeli settlements in the Strip and kicking all the Palestinians out. And that's what you're going to see happen, guys. That's what you're going to see happen. The die has been cast. We're looking for a full conquest of the Gaza Strip and defeating Hamas. Local journalist, quote a senior official, is saying. And again, guys, maybe that's why from the beginning they've been blowing up cultural institutions, hospitals. They've been blowing up universities, probably because they want to destroy the culture, and then eventually Israeli settlements will come into the region. I mean, that is exactly what's going on here. And even more so, responding to reports that the army chief and other military leaders oppose the plan of reoccupation, the unnamed official in the government said if that doesn't work for the chief of staff, he should resign. So this is, I mean, just beyond the pale. Again, obviously they're going to get who they want in there and they're going to basically fulfill their plan. And the fact that the rest of the world might just allow this to happen is beyond me. So, and again, the idea that this is for the hostages is utter BS. So again, even this, the families of the hostages are opposed to these plans, by the way. There have been numerous hostage families who've come out and in opposition to this because, of course, it would put them at risk. I mean, Hamas would probably just kill the hostages if they were to go through with this. The families of the hostages fear such plans could endanger their loved ones, with 20 out of 50 believed to be alive in the Gaza Strip, while polls suggest 3 in 4 Israelis instead favor a ceasefire deal to return them. Many of Israel's close allies would also condemn such a move as they push for an end to the war. Yeah, some allies, not the United States of America. And we'll get to that in a second. The president of the United States making just pathetic statements on this front. Within Israel, hundreds of retired Israeli security officials, including former heads of intelligence agencies, issued a joint letter to U.S. President Trump on Monday, calling for him to pressure Netanyahu to end the war. Not going to work. One of the signatories, ex-domestic intelligence agency chief Ami Ayalon, told the BBC that further military action would be futile unless the entire purpose is to take over the Gaza Strip, which is obviously what it is, okay? Obviously, the goal is going to be to take over the Gaza Strip. And there was drone footage that came out yesterday, guys. The entire strip has been completely leveled and destroyed by the Israelis. So, again, it's just so obvious what they're going to do. They're going to go in there and they're going to try and basically expand the Israeli state and make settlements. And as far as the Palestinians, I don't know what the plan is for them. Again, I think they might try and institute the Trump plan and basically say, okay, we're going to try and get some countries to take in the Palestinians. It's disgusting, and unfortunately, I think that's the route that might be taking place. And honestly, I'm not sure how this is even going to be a possibility without U.S. troops on the ground. Now, would I be shocked if there's U.S. troops on the ground? At this point, no. Nothing, literally nothing would shock me. But this is where we're at right now. This is where we're at right now. This was the goal from the beginning, and the Israelis want a permanent occupation and a takeover of the Gaza Strip. Think about that for a second. Imagine a year and a half ago you said that was the goal from the beginning. People would say you're insane, you're an extremist, you're crazy. But now they're openly saying it, guys. It is a absolute disgrace. It's beyond the pale insane. And again, there was reports that the Israelis had killed the last hostage deal and the release, probably because they don't want to ceasefire, guys. They want to go in there and absolutely take over the entire place. It is so insane, which is why they're cramming the Palestinians into narrower and narrower regions in the Gaza Strip because, again, they want to settle and take over as much land as they possibly can. A permanent occupation, guys. This is the official government stance. And again, this is coming from this outlines some of the summary of this. So basically, the decision pending cabinet approval this week, Trump reportedly gave a green light to the plan. Wow, that's a real shock. Israel intends to enter areas previously avoided, including Gaza City and central refugee camps. The military is also expected to operate in areas where hostages are held. So the die is cast. We're going for full conquest. I mean, this is just insane, especially when the region is in full blown starvation, according to many reports, and on borderline famine at this point. So what do they plan for, what do they think is going to happen to the population here? If you're going for a full conquest, how are you going to get aid in? I mean, it's just so insane on so many different levels here. And here's Trump commenting on the reports that Israel is going to go for a permanent occupation. Trump said it's pretty much up to Israel. Are you kidding me? You're the president of the United States of America, and especially for a guy who talks so big, oh, he's going to end all wars. He's gonna get everyone to peace. Now he's basically saying, oh, it's up to Israel. He's getting dog walked by Israel. Why is that? Maybe it has something to do with Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, it makes no sense. Maybe it's his donors giving him money because it makes zero sense what he's doing here. It's beyond insane. Does he still want a U.S. occupation of the Gaza Strip? Because, of course, you remember that, guys. He wanted the U.S. occupation, the Trump plan, creating it into a casino resort. I mean, the snuff film he posted a couple months ago. I mean, the entire thing is just so wild. And again, the die is cast. We're moving toward full occupation. If the chief of staff has a problem, he can resign. So they're going through with this. And also, Netanyahu does not want to leave power, guys. It's super important to emphasize this. He faces corruption. The moment war ends and all of this ends, he's going to face not just his war crimes charges, which, that he'll probably never face trial for that, which is crazy, but his corruption trial. Again, he's in power and he's saying, oh, everything has to be held off because of we're in a war right now, so I can't be prosecuted right now. So he's trying to prolong this as long as possible. And you're seeing that happen right now. And first of all, this would take a long time. Who knows if it would even be successful? I mean, it's just so bizarre and insane on so many levels, guys. So I don't know how this is going to end up, but it's official. The Israelis are taking the mask off. The Israeli government basically saying we're going forward with a permanent occupation of the Gaza Strip. So let me know what you guys think about this in the comments, guys. Again, by the way, make sure to like and subscribe. We've been getting a lot of support recently, a lot more subscribers. I really appreciate that. Make sure to comment. My Patreon link is also down below. So if you've been enjoying the content, make sure to hit that like button. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. And my Patreon, again, is down below. So thank you guys so much for watching. Have a good night. I mean, just crazy things going on in the world right now. I'm going to try and get it to you. So just beyond the pale insane. So let me know what you think. Have a good night, and I'll see you later.